It is about 2.5 weeks out from the Chicago Marathon, and I'm finally starting to hit the taper, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, it is, I think it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, like 10 o'clock or so. Girls are in bed. I've only run one other marathon before. Sorry, I'm also eating a snack because I'm just starving. I'm just constantly hungry. I've been eating all day, every day, basically for the last couple weeks. Eating some leftover pizza that I made the other day. It's not great. It wasn't the best pizza I've ever made, but I'm ready to eat anything. But this week, well, so for the past like 7 weeks now, I've been running 50-mile plus weeks. The last 2 weeks I've run 20-mile runs. The last 2 Sundays. The week before that, I got about 19.5 miles in on a Saturday. This week will be the first week that I don't run 50 weeks since like the end of June. Or maybe somewhere in July. And then I've worked really hard just to make sure I hit those 50-mile weeks, even when work got like super crazy. So it's hard to kind of like let that streak lapse on purpose. But this week, I had a rest day Monday. I'll probably hit about 45 miles for the week, so it's not a huge amount off. Intensity is still going to be relatively high, although last week was probably like my most intense week. I had a couple of really short, fast runs, like in the 5 and 6 mile range, even a 5K that I ran, and then I had a 22-mile run, which was my longest run that I've run in years. This week I'll probably run like between like 6 and 7 miles a day, Tuesday through Saturday, and then Sunday we're gonna try and run about 15 miles or so. And then after that, it'll be 2 weeks out from the race when like the real taper begins. Now, I mean, I ran one marathon before, and I followed like a Hal Higdon plan. So I've done a taper before. I've looked at other Hal Higdon. I've looked at a lot of plans. I've been reading up and watching a lot of videos on how to taper for a marathon, but it'll be hard. It'll be hard to like not be running really hard up to it. So far, I mean, the Chicago Marathon is on a Sunday. I think the day before I'm going to take completely off Saturday. The Friday, maybe I'll run like 4 miles or so, just to shake the legs out, like 4 to 6, something like that. Other than that, I'm not really sure what to do, because I've just gradually decreased mileage. I'll probably still run most days next week, which is 2 weeks before the marathon, and then maybe I'll have 2 rest days instead of my normal 1. And then the week before, I think maybe 2 or 3, like run like every other day the week before the marathon. I'm not sure. The tricky thing I think is going to be like managing my appetite. Like, I just eat nonstop all day right now. And if I'm tapering the running and just continue eating like this, I think it's just going to, not that I'm worried about like weight gain or anything like that, but I just think it's going to throw my body off. So I think like the taper, the hardest part about the taper is going to be getting my mind right, making sure my body doesn't go crazy, and just avoiding any sort of like accidental catastrophic injury, like tripping in a pothole, something like that. So it's kind of like, you know, crossing fingers and making sure I don't step under ladders and things like that. A little bit of superstition. We'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the marathon okay as we start the taper and start getting ready.
Baby, you want me, and I'm thinking me. Baby, you want me, and I'm thinking me.
What's going on?